Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Gainsight CEO Nick Mehta.
How's everyone doing? Good first day? Yeah, awesome. Great, and great to get the chance to close this out. So our final guest is somebody that was here last year at Pulse and really made a big impression with his focus on customer success and his focus on music and dancing as well. So without further ado, let's cue the video.
Like, you've got your work, you got all the great family. Like, do you have any time for fun? I mean, what do you do? You must be super busy.
I'm like you. I'm as busy as you. You probably don't even get to watch TV, do you?
Yeah, what is even on TV now? I don't even watch
the only time I get a chance to watch is late at night.
Oh, actually, you're right. That's when I get to watch too. Yeah.
What do you watch? What do you watch?
Well, it's usually I'm staring I'm on my laptop. It's like 1 a.m. The only thing on then is this. Actually, it's pretty funny. It's the Late Show with James Corden. Have you seen it?
I love him.
That's it.
I love
He's
James
really funny. Yeah. Good.
Oh my God.
He's really inspired me. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not kidding you. I had a dream about being on the Late Show with James.
Whoa,
and
dude, you're working way too hard.
He gave me this big introduction.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm dreaming of it right now.
I'll tell you what, man, this is like the greatest time. It's the first time I've been on the Late Show. I love it.
So can you, yeah.
I'd say DocuSign and go something. Say DocuSign and go karaoke.
DocuSign and go karaoke, is that?
Yes!
All right, just fall asleep there, Keith. You okay? Get a little. One day, hopefully, I'll meet James Corden.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that would be my dream.
Yeah.
Would to be on his show. But we're working all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
you're so focused on
Oh my gosh.
customer success. We
That's
love
the thing.
Gainsight and DocuSign.
You've been a great customer of ours. Done a great job actually getting value from Gainsight. But really, what that's a sign of is customer success, customer satisfaction is really important to you guys.
The way we measure our success is through our customer success. So we have a thing that we call our one key metric.
Wow.
Everybody in the company is compensated from the receptionist on up.
Wow. What's that? What's the metric?
Well, it is adoption. We measure through successful transactions, and we do it for 3 reasons. I mean, the first one is it's the #1 driver of our customers' ROI. Number 2, that's the highest correlating factor to our net promoter score. And the third is it's the most efficient, effective way to spread the DocuSign brand.
That's true. Every time somebody sends one, your brand
totally.
spread. That's pretty awesome. I saw the DocuSign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the DocuSign, nothing is landing without understanding. Wow! This is an amazing ride. I've learned so much.
Oh, man.
I feel much more ready to get Pulse going. But
Oh man.
yeah.
My pulse is going. My blood
I mean,
pressure's
I saw the DocuSign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the DocuSign and now you up and you into the land where you belong. Now where do you belong? Wow, that was amazing. I feel like totally prepared to just crush this next conference, to sign the contract, to get going. I gotta say, with that song too, we just ended this whole thing on a high note.
I love that. I love DocuSign and go karaoke with Nick Mehta, man.
Oh my gosh.
There's nothing that's better than that.
But I don't know how to. I don't know how to top this day. This is like the highest I've been all day.
Well, I think we have to just top it off. The only thing I can think is let's DocuSign and go dance. What do you say?
I'm in. Let's
Go.
do it.
DocuSign and go Pulse.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, Keith, how you doing?
Nick,
All right.
come on.
Yeah, okay.
You dance.
Whoa. I don't get the kicks like you do, but still got the ACL surgery, all kinds of stuff going on. But so great to have you here, Keith. I just can't thank you enough for coming back to Pulse.
Well,
You're a
it's an honor
veteran.
to be back at Pulse. I can feel my pulse going already.
Well, I've got some unfortunate news for you. We found your CD collection here. Got a lot of 90s CDs in here, so we're going to ask some questions based on these CDs, if that's
perfect.
okay.
As you could tell, man, I can't carry a tune. Thank God for.
If I'm the tune carrier, we're in trouble. Okay, so the first CD I see in your collection here is Britney Spears' "Hit Me Baby One More Time," which is a tremendously awesome album, I
love
must
her.
say.
I
Good
love
choice. So you are the definition of a serial entrepreneur. You created a category a long time ago called B2B commerce. You created software in the manufacturing space. You're a pioneer in robotics. You've pioneered the category of digital transaction management, which is DocuSign. What made you decide to go do it for a fourth time?
Well, no different than you. Reason why you do it is to make a difference. And you know, last year Byron Dieter asked me pretty much the same question. And you know, I talked about how my wife Mehta pushed me over the edge. She goes, "I want to see CEO Keith." What I didn't say is that she said to me, she goes, "Krach, you know, you always say this is the biggest opportunity. You're so excited before you go to a board meeting and after you come back." And she goes, "You know what to do. Create a category, build a platform, create a standard, build out the network, verticalize, have an advisory board, and all you need is a little beachhead." She goes, "You got it with DocuSign in the real estate business." She goes, "How fun would that be to do it all over again?" And you can either do that or stay home and change the twins' diapers every day. This was our 6-year-old twins. Mehta was pregnant at the time. And when she said that, I said, "Mehta, you make a really good point." I'm thinking in my head, shit, I don't want to stay home and change diapers all day long. And I said to her, "But I don't want to do it alone. Because being a CEO can be pretty lonely." She goes, "You know, it's a team sport. I'll be your partner all the way." And she totally has been. I actually wrote a blog about the first lady of DocuSign a couple weeks ago. So it's been great. And next day, I called up Paul DeVersa, who's been a great executive recruiter for DocuSign. He's helped me build the leadership team there. And I said, "Paul, I'm thinking about going back and doing the CEO gig again." And he goes, "Why would you ever want to do that? You can never top Ariba." And I go, "I actually hadn't thought about that. Let me think about that." I go, "Okay, I thought about it. I really don't care." But that was kind of a challenge, and I think DocuSign is going to have more impact than all the first 3 companies put together.
Did you have any idea it could be as big as it is now?
Well, no.
No.
but I knew it was a great opportunity, and it's amazing when you see those things come together with a great team.
Well, that's awesome. Well, it's a good segue. The second CD I found a good choice. U2 won in your collection here. And a lot of people don't know this. When you joined DocuSign, I mean, it was a very, very young company, 50 employees,
Right.
One vertical area.
Right.
Now, I mean, I think the stats I wrote down here, 200 million unique users, 300,000 companies using the DocuSign Global Trust Network, 300,000 users a day. So what's the one thing in a short period of time that's driven that amazing hyper growth in your business?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's any doubt about it. It's the same theme as the Pulse Conference. It's all about customer success. And in our playbook at DocuSign, our core principle is we measure our success by our customer success. And, we talked about that a little bit in the Carpool Karaoke. And Gainsight's been tremendous in terms of tracking our successful transactions. We can see what every customer's doing. In a few words, it gives us tremendous visibility. It allows us to predict what's going to go on. We even see customers problems that the customers are going to have before they do. So that's such a huge part of it. And what really drives that is a great value proposition, where we can quantifiably measure the top and bottom line for our customers with tremendous ROI. We reduce their risk in terms of security and compliance, and we give them a great customer experience. So as a result, when you look at the Global 2000, we're the first step in their digital transformation or a catalyst, and we help them with the cultural change. So it's gone beyond just being a platform provider. We call it a sustaining resource, so that when our customers, and it could be unrelated to DocuSign, we want it so when the customers have an issue with their digital transformation, they could say, let's call the DocuSign guys. They may know what to do. And by the way, I think it's similar with what you've done at Gainsight. We run into issues, scaling customer success. How are we going to do this? How are we doing that? And there's so many times I've said to our team, let's call Nick. He's probably going to know what to do.
That's
and
all
that's
those
a sustaining resource.
late night phone calls I get from you about customer success. For the most part. Yeah.
Thank you for your wisdom and experience.
Absolutely. No, but you're serious that this multi-billion-dollar, I think I can say unicorn company, game changer, you're the biggest driver of that growth, customer success?
It's without a doubt, right? Because if you think about the viral adoption that we've had, it's like everybody just loves DocuSign. I could be anywhere in the world. People say, hey, what do you do? I work at DocuSign. DocuSign, I love DocuSign. And so that's the customer success.
So you've taken your brand and you've embedded it into your customer success so that it all kind of works in a cycle.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Actually, it got me thinking, I think the third question, which ties to Ace of Base, the song we were just dancing to, right?
I saw the DocuSign.
I saw the sign. How do you think of the word DocuSign? Is that a noun or a verb?
It was funny because when I was being interviewed by James Corden, who's our Carpool Karaoke hero.
Inspiration.
He asked me the same question. He goes, is DocuSign a noun or a verb? And I said, James, it's like love. It's whatever you feel in your heart. And I said, I don't know if it's a noun, a verb, an adverb, an adjective, a conjunction. I missed that day in school. But I do know, however, that it has now become part of the modern day lexicon that has given rise to idiomatic expressions. And I know what you're thinking. Well, give me an example of that. Well, it's like docu-family, docu-love, docu-waivers. You're going to have fun. You made me sign the docu-waiver before we had it. So that's what it is.
I think I need to have a family dinner at the Krach house. Hear the twins and how they're talking about DocuSign.
Oh, by the way, it's like everything is like, Dad, you're docu-mad,
Yeah,
a lot of passion, docu-passion.
Docu-grounded every now and then.
Docu-grounded.
Yeah.
And by the way, see, I got this little boo-boo right here. That was when a docu-channel clicker got thrown by my 6-year-old son. But anyway, that's
we can go on for hours, people here. Okay. All right. Well, the fourth question, now you get into real good music, Radiohead, Creep, so it's getting better and better here. So there's a lot of data out there about digital transactions, all the data that's involved in docu-signing, right? It's so easy, but behind the covers, you have all this data. Tell me about the value of that data, because a lot of people in the audience, they have businesses that create data as well.
Yeah. And now our platform emits about 2 terabytes of data every day, and it's valuable for 3 reasons. First of all, for our customers, it's unique because 90% of the time we're replacing paper. They've never had it before. The second thing is it's super high fidelity. It's super high quality because if you think about the multiple levels of authentication you have to go through before you DocuSign an agreement, or if you think about the audit trail that's required. So we have all the top banks, all the top pharmaceutical companies, all the top insurance companies have standardized on DocuSign, highly regulated. So not only is it kind of the moment of elation, in terms of coming to agreement, but also the source of truth as well. And then the third reason is it's highly strategic because you think about things like e-commerce. So let's look in the real estate business. So you DocuSign your house. What's the next thing you do? You buy a roof, buy a kitchen, maybe you probably buy a pool, something like that. And so it is right at that point of commerce. And that's why we just announced DocuSign payments, where you can DocuSign and pay all in one easy step. The other thing is It's strategic, for example, for IoT, where you can DocuSign the lease of a car, and it will automatically kick off the workflow for your insurance, for your payment, and unlock your car. And then also you think about AI, and I was just with Jenny Remedi, and she said, DocuSign, when you deploy it on a massive scale inside an enterprise, you can make every decision, approval, and agreement a cognitive one. So, you know, it is incredibly valuable data. I think the key thing is, for us, is that's a big responsibility. That's why, you know, if anything that our brand stands for, it's trust. These are people's most important documents, and that's critical in terms of data privacy and security and all that. We don't sell repurpose the data, but it is so valuable for that customer.
That's awesome. And I think one thing for the audience that you've done is built a business where customer success naturally drives growth,
Yes.
right? And it's all kind of one
it
great
is.
cycle. It creates data, drives growth, creates more marketing. Really, really amazing.
That's it. That's why it's the one thing.
Yeah, and that's. I think,
And by the way, you know, I actually did look up in the. I Googled DocuSign. You know, get back to your former question about, you know, what does I Googled what other companies has turned into a verb, and I saw FedEx, Xerox, all that, and then I looked up DocuSign, and it said that's something, when you say just DocuSign, that's something you do. This is something that replaces signing it, Xeroxing and FedExing it. I thought that was funny.
that's amazing. Wow.
I saw the sign.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the verb for Gainsight's going to be. The definition. I think it's probably singing badly or something like that.
No.
Yeah,
well, let's think about the
Yeah.
verb for Gainsight.
What's the verb for
That's
Gainsight?
a great
Yeah.
question.
I'm going to go Gainsight.
I think joy.
Joy. All right. I like
joy.
it.
I think
we'll
joy.
make that. That's all childlike
Yeah.
joy.
Docu-joy, Docu-Gainsight. I like that.
Is that a,
Docu, thank
that's
you.
not an implied merger or anything else, by the way, just to be clear. Okay.
Hostile takeover.
Exactly. Whoa, hey, whoa.
Yeah,
hey,
we're partners, man.
Exactly.
Friends.
So let's do a couple questions for the audience here. So we got the Slido app open here. So first question, this is like a question we get all the time everywhere. So who's in charge of your renewals, customer success or sales?
Everybody is. I mean, that's absolutely a shared responsibility, right? And by the way, it's a combination of things, because if you think about it, when we come in to a global enterprise, we may come in a retail use case, we may come in the HR area, procurement, sales ops. There's enormous number of beachheads. So getting that success and getting that adoption and then looking for that next use case is key. So our customer success guys, so the renewal is big for a particular use case, but then we combine them with our account executives in terms of moving to those other use cases. So,
right, yeah, your business, your growth depends on that success, so your salespeople can't walk away, right? They're always tied into
exactly.
that.
You know, you think of a company like Microsoft, who's been a customer for a long time for us. They have about 350 use cases in all the countries they do business with. So it's just endless opportunity. It's a team sport.
How often do you meet with your customer success leadership, between you and the rest of the executive team? How often are you guys talking customer success?
To our own team, a lot. And here's the way I look at it. When you're the CEO or you're the chairman, the rubber meets the road with the customers. And so and we always assume everybody has equal intelligence. Company with the best people wins. So where are the best decisions made? And I really believe it's where the rubber meets the road. And so what we try to do is make sure not only that they're empowered, but they know that they're empowered to make decisions on the fly. If there's something's gone wrong with a customer, they're having a tough time coming up to speed. And so I learn more from our customer success guys than anybody. And everybody kind of works the the hotlines and all that kind of stuff. And that's where you really get to know the product and the customer.
And how has that changed over time? You know, I know as you get bigger, you can't know every individual customer.
Right.
You can't like be involved in every situation. How did your connection to customers change over time?
Well, you know, it's kind of like employees. You know everybody by their first name up to you get about 300 people.
Yeah. Then you're
and
like,
then
hey,
after that,
hey, you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it gets a little tougher. And obviously, I spent a lot of time with the CEOs and the CXOs of our customers, but also, it's good to do some sample data points right where the rubber hits the road. And same with the customer success team too. And our vice president who runs that, Ella, is one of the best in the world, and she is a people-oriented person. And it's an area where we just move people up in the company.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, let's go to the final question then. Sheryl Crow, good way to close it out. Keith, what's one thing you all you want to do? What's the one thing you want to do?
DocuDance, man.
DocuDance?
Well, I think...
what's the one thing you want to do?
Well, the one thing I want to do, I think it gets back to making a difference and making an impact. I think now at this stage of my career, you know, it's about one word, and it's all about service. And, you know, with our new CEO that we just brought on a few months ago, I said, look, as the chairman, my one job is service to the CEO. And I know I've got to pay attention to our constituency, our shareholders, our customers, our partners, our employees. But I know if the baton pass is smooth, and it has been, it's beyond my wildest expectations, then the CEO can take care of that. So I've been focusing now on digital transformations in countries. We just got back from Germany. I just was in Germany, just was in Japan. These guys are undergoing tremendous digital transformations. We're announcing big partnerships, big products, big programs over there. So to kind of save him some time, because time's his enemy in terms of on planes. And I guess the other big part of the service side of it, and one of my great honors, responsibilities, to be chairman of the DocuSign Impact Foundation. And the mission there is to transform people's lives by transforming noble causes. And we just had our DocuSign Momentum User Conference last week in San Francisco, and I had a great chance to do a fireside chat with Tim Shriver, who's chairman of the Special Olympics. He's the nephew of President Kennedy. He's out of the Kennedy family. I said, you know, we have 5 things in common. We're both chairmen. We both have 5 kids. We both believe in the magical powers of children and persons with intellectual disabilities. For guys born in the late 50s, we both have great hair, and we're both Kennedys. But anyway.
Little known fact.
Well, okay, maybe I'm not a Kennedy, but what the heck. To see what we're able to do there. So we've DocuSign enabled 5.3 million athletes, special athletes, because before they can participate in an event, and there's one going on around the world every 6 minutes, they have to have a medical permission slip, otherwise they cannot participate. And from time to time, they forget them, and it's traumatic. So that's just an example of some of the noble causes we DocuSign enable. And then the last thing is mentoring CEOs and young people. I've been really fortunate in my life. I've had great mentors, and you know, I think the greatest mentor I ever had was John Chambers. And, you know, I had breakfast with him every month for
John Chambers,
5 years.
former CEO of Cisco.
Former CEO of Cisco.
People that don't know. Yeah.
Now chairman. And, you know, I'll never forget, you know, first time I met with him, he goes, Keith, you can ask me anything at all. You know, things that you can't say to your board or your leadership team, or maybe your buddies don't know, you know. And I did, man. I asked him anything. And I remember about a year into it, and I come walking in, and he goes, Keith, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I go, as a matter of fact, John, I was just thinking that this morning as I was coming here. He goes, well, I'll tell you why. You see, when I came back when I came out from Wang, from Boston, way long ago, I didn't know shit from Shinola. And he goes, you see, somebody did it for me, God bless his soul. Lou Platt, he was the CEO of HP. And I remember asking him the question, Lou, why are you doing this for me? Why are you doing this for me? And he said, because somebody did it for him. He said, he goes, so the way to repay me is you do it for somebody else. And he goes, Keith, so that is what I'm at. There's nothing you can do for me. And in Silicon Valley, it's a tradition of give back and pay forward. He goes, Keith, that is the magic of Silicon Valley. So that's it.
That's an amazing story. And having
that's
been
what I'm doing.
Hey, big round of applause to Keith. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I could say you give back so well. Great job, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you, Keith.